Joe Biden, well, he made this announcement.
Freedom, personal freedom, is fundamental to who we are as Americans.
There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred.
That's been the work of my first term, to fight for our democracy.
This shouldn't be a red or blue issue.
To protect our rights, to make sure that everyone in this country is treated equally and that everyone is given a fair shot at making it. But around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take on those bedrock freedoms, cutting Social Security that you've paid for your entire life while cutting taxes for the very wealthy, dictating what healthcare decisions women can make, banning books, and telling people who they can love, all while making it more difficult for you to be able to vote.
So the headline reads, Biden goes after Marjorie Taylor Greene in new campaign ad. No, sir. That's not what he did. He had a commercial. Marjorie Taylor Greene is in it with other people. And it is basic old school Democratic strategy. Put it up full mass here. The problem is he did not go after her. Okay? That's the problem. Let me give you the background. So basically, this is a 2024 presidential announcement ad. The two, Marjorie Taylor Greene and President Joe Biden, they locked horns when Greene heckled Biden during the State of the Union address. All right? But she responded to her cameo appearance in the commercial. Let's put it up. Marjorie Taylor Greene responds. She says, 80-year-old Joe Biden just told these lies in his pre-recorded 2024 re-election video, cutting Social Security that you've paid for your entire life while cutting taxes for the very wealthy, dictating what healthcare decisions women can make, banning books and telling people who they can love all while making it more difficult for you to be able to vote. Republicans have zero plans to cut Social Security. That's what she says. We have no plans to cut Social Security, which, by the way, Mike Pence said they do. Abortion is not women's health care. It kills a baby no matter how Democrats wordsmith it. Vast majority of Americans completely disagree with her. We aren't telling people who to love. We want to protect kids from the Democrat-approved child genital mutilation medical industry. And 9 out of every 10 reports I do on any type of perversion, a Republican is at the bottom of it. And lastly, Republicans have made it clear we support election integrity. And now ballot harvest and no ballot harvesting is what she meant, just like Democrats. Shame on Joe Biden for lying and selfishly deciding to run for re-election. Just as we are exposing how the Bidens have gotten rich by influence peddling. Wow. Joe himself has already proven he's the worst president in history. Now we have to prove how corrupt Joe Biden really is. All right, let me give you more. So when President Biden said during his State of the Union address that some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security sunset, and that I'm not saying it's a majority, he was technically correct. You see, Rick Scott, head of the National Republican Senatorial Committee in 2022, laid out a plan to do this last winter, but his proposal died because the man could not get a second. Other Republican senators, including Mike Lee of Utah, Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, have suggested radical changes in Social Security and Medicare, but did not go as far as Mr. Scott. Mr. Johnson wants to eliminate these programs as entitlements and subject them instead to the annual appropriations process. Mike Pence has a plan that may actually restrict the age so that less people could qualify. So you would increase the age so that less people could actually take advantage of a program they've been paying into their entire lives and they've been promised it. Nikki Haley has a program similar as well. All of these major mainstream Republicans have a plan to get rid of the thing she said, no, they're not trying to do that. All right, going to be interesting. Sharon, here's the question. Is it a mistake to tangle in your opinion, with a Marjorie Taylor Greene if you are president of the United States? Or are we in such a new era of politics, it's probably the best strategy now?
I think he has to name names. And by the way, Cruella DeVille wants her coat back.
Right.
I can tell you that. But he's got to name names. Even though Marjorie Taylor Greene has done so little except spread hate, the guy down in Florida who he's putting with his fingers, he's got to go full steam ahead and go after all of them.
Yeah, I completely concur. And I would have had a different opinion 10 years ago. It's not 10 years ago. All right. We're here today. Donald Trump has changed the game so significantly, you can no longer play ball like you did before he got elected.